face of the franchise. Alright, we're gonna get started. We played the Panthers. It's the Broncos. We're the Broncos. We got drafted. We are 11-5. We played the 13-3 Panthers. Started. Let's hope we win and all that. Let's get started. Yeah, we lost Phil Lindsay. He got hurt.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on E!
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And Charles, the Broncos, quite a circuitous route to get to this Super Bowl. They were winners of Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, you remember, and then didn't make the playoffs the next 3 years, going a combined 20-28. But bottom line, here they are back in the big one.
Yeah, and this is their 9th appearance in the said big game. Think about that. Who has more?
Patriots.
Just the Patriots, and we knew that, of course. But they have won it 3 times, twice under John Elway in the late 90s. And you remember, before he won those, people kept saying they couldn't win the big game with him as the quarterback. Well, he won it twice and put that to rest. And then they won Super Bowl 50 and John Elway in their front office, in their organization for that win.
Meanwhile, for the Carolina Panthers, they make their 3rd visit to the Super Bowl in team history.
Let's go back to Super Bowl 38 in Houston, 2004. Hung tight with the Patriots. Lost by a field goal out of Vinatieri, putting it through the pipes. They lose 32-29. Second visit wasn't quite as close. That was Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara. And the Broncos just ran over them on defense in that one. That was a tough loss for them, 24-10. But this team, they have a different look to them. This team looks like that they are focused, composed, and ready to win.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll look to throw, and that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there. Back at the 39-yard line. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. throw. And that will be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They'll drop the throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos are unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On 1st down, it's Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in a running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
We're running the ball here, so.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and they think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Potter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And Denver getting set to take the field. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Devontae Booker. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. On the move to his left. His throw incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. It's caught by Sanders. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
26 yards on the play there. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. The Sanders has got it, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
I told you our kicker can't kick the ball.
So we've reached halftime here in the 20. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Yeah, he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, it's Booker. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Booker, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back. to Miami. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Well, not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Gonna call.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now Newton and the Panthers down 7-6. A minute 53 remaining. A field goal wins the Super Bowl, but work to do here on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. He's back to throw.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. And they got the hookup. This is Olsen. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Freeman again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down. It's Freeman, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
The Super Bowl's over. The season is coming to a close. But before we usher you into the offseason, it's time for another edition of Believe It or Not.
Yeah!
Hey!
Let's go.
Guys, the first time ever a rookie quarterback started and won the Super Bowl. Schrager, believe it or not, this kid is a legit franchise quarterback.
I hate to be dismissive of you or the segment, Kate. Of course, yes, he just won a Super Bowl as a rookie. I think he's not only the franchise quarterback for now, but we're talking 10, 15 years. It was unbelievable what he just did.
Kyle?
I had some doubts back in April. It's a really good look for me right now. But yeah, I mean, the guy's incredible. They struck gold in the draft. They found their franchise guy, Nate. This is it.
100%. We saw this dude go from college backup to NFL elite in one season. Listen, if his rookie season is any indication of what things are to come, oh yeah, it's going to get even better.
Welcome to Draft Week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft whenever you're ready. Start your week by installing your game plan. 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 Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.